On today's episode of the Bootstrap Biz Advice Show, I'm going to teach you how to make a website banner using Canva. If you would like access to my VIP Vault, which is my epic resource library filled with video tutorials, cheat sheets, checklists, and even stock photos for absolutely free, visit LaShondaBrown.com or click on the link in the description. Without further ado, let's hop in. Now, what you're looking at is my Eye for Ebony landing page that I built within Squarespace. I just released my first paid bundle, and I wanted to update the header on my website to reflect one of the images that I shot for this shoot. So what I'm going to do is hop on over to Canva to create that. Now, this area in Squarespace is about 1,500 pixels wide, so straight across 1,500 pixels. So when I go in looking for a template, I'm going to use the desktop wallpaper template because it's much larger than the space that I need, so nothing will get cropped off. So we're going to go ahead and open up a brand new template. And then what you'll do is upload the image that you want to use. You can also use some of Canva's free photos. So I'm going to choose this image over here, and then all I need to do is stretch it to fill up the entire template exactly how I want it. Now, once you've done that, you actually have a couple options, and I'm going to show you a couple variants. So if I want to copy it, just click on the button to the right, and it will create another slide. If I want to do a color overlay, the easiest way to do that is hit Elements, add a shape, and then just add a square. And you can decide what color you want to overlay your image. So just for the sake of argument, we're going to make it purple. And I actually want a different shade of purple, so we're gonna go richer with it. All right, so now that we have that overlay color, we're going to stretch it all the way across. And then we're going to bring down the transparency. And we're gonna do, I don't know, maybe 80. All right, so we have a couple options. We've got an option where there is no overlay and an option that uses purple. So what I want to do so I can find the file on my desktop is we'll name it EFV header. All right, and we'll hit done. Now, if I leave all pages selected, what it will do is it will create a zip file with both of these images in there. Personally, I don't like to do that. So I'm going to select my file type and then hit the number next to the slide I want to download. So the number corresponds to the number on the right hand side. So 1 would be page 1. We're going to hit download. And when that finishes, we're going to download page number 2. So that way I don't have to worry about extracting files and unzipping it so that I can use it on my website. So there is file number 1, and we'll do it again. Select PNG. Hit 2 and download. And I just have it saved to my desktop to make it easy to find, but whatever your preferences are in your website browser, that is where these files will go. So once everything finishes downloading, and you'll notice the difference between the two is one says header and the other has the number in parentheses. So that's how you can tell them apart. So what we'll do is we'll hop on over to Squarespace, we'll hover and select the banner. So you can see where the image you see behind here is currently located. So we'll just remove that and we'll find our new header images. So there's number 1, and we'll let that upload to Squarespace. Now, once this finishes uploading, what you can do is actually shift around the focal point if you want to change it. So once you load it in, if you want something to be more in focus, or you want to shift things over in the header area because the image is bigger than 1,500 pixels, then you have a little leeway. So maybe what I want to do is bring the focal point over to the right, and then we'll hit save. Now, once you do that, you'll be able to see exactly where your image appears. I really like the placement with her face next to the E, but maybe I want to give it a bit more space. So if it's close to her face over here, then what I need to do is actually stretch it out a bit further. And we'll hit save. And that gives me a little bit more room between her face and the E. Now, if I want to try the other image, I can go back in, remove it, and we'll just type in the file name we gave it. And remember, this one is the second one because it started doing the numbers in parentheses, and we will upload that to Squarespace. Now this one has the purple overlay, and so I'll show you what that looks like once that is dumped in. Now what Squarespace is doing is resizing your image and optimizing it so it loads quickly on a mobile device. So I really like that because it helps your website to continue to load quickly. So they take care of that on the front end, so you don't have to worry about doing it on the back end. All right, and once again, we'll move this focal point and actually we'll stretch it over here. And we'll hit save. So as you can see, now with this one being darker, you can tell it's got that purple tint. And so this is kind of a cool way around messing with the style editor for every page. So if you decide, you know what, I want to play around with different color overlays and Squarespace only gives me the option for one, you can do the overlay in Canva and then it will appear the color that you have here. So this was pretty darn thick what I laid on here. This was a transparency of 80. And so if you want to see more of your image, all you need to do is bring that puppy down some. Maybe you only want a slight tint. So if you go heavier, then the image behind it obviously is harder to see. So depending on the effect you're going for, you can play around with the transparency and then export it again when you're ready to drop it in. And so this is a way to add a bit more dimension to your website designs by throwing it into Canva and then dropping your image into the banner area of your Squarespace website. So just so I don't have to come back in here again, I'm going to go ahead and add the header that I'd like to put in back to Squarespace. It'll resize it again. We'll hit save and it will be ready to go. So I hope this was useful to you. If you'd like to learn more from me, you can hop over to LaShondaBrown.com to sign up for my VIP vault. You'll get the password, 30 free stock images immediately, and unlimited access to my resource library. If you haven't subscribed to the Bootstrap Biz Advice show, I would encourage you to do that because I teach you how to grow your biz without breaking the bank. If you would like some of these images that you're seeing today, you can hop on over to Creative Market and you can download them from the Eye for Ebony stock photo library. Until next time, ta-ta for now.